Let's go. Welcome back to Exploring Over 60. And yes, this is the final episode of my solo series this year, and it's going to be, I have a lot planned for me today. Anyway, I'm back up here because we come here, and remember I said that it was the day that I came up here that it was too warm, and well, it's a better day. I'll talk to you a little bit and catch you up on what happened after oh my gosh, can't think right now. Oak Ridge, hold that thought. I always wanted to have land like this. We're headed there. That kind of reminds me of The Walking Dead. Remember Alpha? Just marvel at this for a moment. That is a beautiful, man, it could be a Christmas card. The colors of the blue, the nice orange. It's a shame we have to put signs like that, because some people are just really, really not smart. I'm not sure this is going to come up clean because I'm at the time I came out, I have this harsh light, so it's kind of covering things. Wild potato clan. This is where Sequoyah is buried. Oh, I guess I can tell you this. Get into a little bit right now since this is the easiest part of this trek and I'm not out of breath. So, remember I was supposed to be going out to Missouri and I was going to add that to it. Remember, I said that after let me go again. After, what's the last episode? Well, not the last episode. I said before I walked into the museum. Oh my gosh. Oak Ridge. I said after Oak Ridge, I was going to be going out to Missouri in a couple of days. And the weather was changed, already getting cold. And I was going to go out to Missouri. I was going to go to Sight and Sound. I forgot what show I was seeing this year. But what happened was I ended up injury. I think it was 2 injuries after that, and then I got sick. So I couldn't go because I didn't work, so I had to work. So I never made it out there. The following time, maybe 2 weeks later, I was supposed to go because I wanted to end it this year. I wanted to end this year with camping. I was going to go car camping so that I could have done some cast iron cooking and everything else. However, it got really cold. And since moving to Tennessee, anything under 50 degrees, I'm starting to get cold. And like Bain said, you adapted to the darkness. You merely adapted to the darkness. I was born in the darkness. Well, most people just nearly adapt to the cold. I was born in the cold of New York City. But since it hits like 50 degrees, 45, I am freezing. And I'm used to below zero, close to 0 degrees. But not anymore since I moved here. And I've noticed when we go backpacking, we go backpacking or camping, and although my sleeping bag can go down to 15 degrees, I believe it's 15 degrees, my body and my lungs can't take it. So, camping outside, like we did that first time, was a winter camping, our first time winter camping. And I had to buy the buddy because it was freezing, and I ended up barking like a St. Bernard. So, hope I can get out of this way. Getting to, hang on, turn this way so the sun's this way. So, the temperature dropped and it was going to be 40 something degrees, and I know the mountain I was going to be at that night, that was going to go down to at least 30, and I didn't feel like getting sick. And it was really getting cold, which was good, because like I said, after I injured my foot, then I got sick, and so I was down with a cold for like 2 weeks. So that ended the idea of going camping and getting out to Missouri. So here we are, ending with a hike. My goal today is to get 8 miles. I wanted to do like an 8 or 10 mile hike in this series to see what it was going to be like doing that on purpose. Not like what happened before. You guys have yet to see that, and I'm not going to spoil it for you. So that is what I'm doing. So now I'm going to get out of here and continue this trail, which I forgot what she said the direction that it goes.
Close your eyes, hear the voice within, calling. This heavy load got under your skin, howling. You got the white knuckles holding on it tight, keeping your feelings
Where was I? Oh, I finished off what was supposed to happen. So now, we're going to end this series with a hike and Christmas dinner. Let me know what you're making for your little Christmas dinner. I was thinking about something just before I put the phone on here. Totally lost my train of thought, looking around to make sure I'm still on top of a trail. Oh! East Tennessee, or just the South too, but East Tennessee. 30 degrees one day, 60 the next. Like today is supposed to be cold, but the sun about the head. And then, hang on. So, today is about 60. And even though daylight savings in winter has hit us, but it's going to go down to almost 30 tonight. I think it'll be like 40. And so we may be having hot more mornings, afternoons, but then at night, it's cold. So, I came prepared for it to be freezing out here, although it's cool because it's not humid. Second time a branch has caught me in my eye. And a few days ago the wind was just whipping all over the place, like 7 to 10 miles an hour. And yeah, so, but that's enough right now.
Moments pass, make this one count. Untied, you're so good at dragging yourself down. Why? Well, there ain't much time left to figure things out. Deep underneath all the laser, your doubts, there's a heart gone out of rhythm in despair. Held underwater, fine for air. Breathe in, breathe out. Hey, come alive. Breathe in, breathe out. Look at the colors around. You got the white knuckles holding on it tight, keeping your fears bottled up inside. Heading for collision in the night. To really live, you gotta die. Breathe out, hey, come alive.
I was supposed to bring food with me and eat it here, but I left so late. It was close to ending my fast, so it's going to be 16 hours today. So I had lentils with beef. I like to make mine more like a stew. A little tip. Not a little tip, but when I made it, I usually like to put celery in it. Celery, onions, garlic, and carrots. I don't like to go when like you go to some restaurants and you're having it's more like a soup and it got all these vegetables in it. I just like to keep it simple. Just the meat, just the beans. Pretty much like Cheryl used to make it. But the day that I made it, the only thing I had was the meat. And I'm sitting there going, oh snap. And I didn't feel like getting dressed and running to the store. Then I remember I had carrots in there from the chicken soup that I made. So I threw that in. So I had that and coffee, which I was supposed to have out here. So I had the coffee and about 32 ounces of water before I hit this place today. So now I really, really need to use the bathroom. So, Timai? Whatever. Listen, you got this far. You already know. All the years of me traveling with Hannah, and you know how we talk along the trail and just the fun and stuff that we talk about. Okay. Don't want to sit too long because again you get too cold and then your body gets, and then it's too hard to carry on. All right, I think we're about a mile or so into this. So this is probably going to be about, on this leg of my trip, about 2 miles. Guess we'll find out by the end. All right, need to go.
There can't be no light if darkness don't exist. He never left my side. He showed me the way out of all the storms raging at the sea. He gave me back my life. I owe him everything. Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice in the name of the Lord. Forever and always I rejoice, rejoice, rejoice in the name of the Lord. Always. He carried me to shore, held me through the pain. He loved me at my worst. I thank him every day. I will put him first, 'cause he did that for me. He sacrificed himself so I could find my peace. Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice in the name of the Lord. Forever and always I rejoice, rejoice, rejoice in the name of the Lord. Always put joy to his name every single day.
Oh, finally made it to a bathroom. Had to stop over here and go to the bathroom before we head into the woods. But I love that nice scenic area down by the shoreline. Why did I stop to tell you this? Oh, wardrobe change. Getting a little warm, so I'm going to take this off. I was debating about which piece I want to take off. But the young lady kept calling me sweetie? No, sweetheart. And then when I left, she said, all right, have a good day, sweetie. And that's so nice. Oh, should I go complain to somebody or should I just take it as it is? A wonderful compliment and enjoy it. Because you get to be this age, you don't get any more of those. They come few and far between. Okay, let's go. almost 4 miles. I'm not showing you much because the sun is beginning to set. The wind is kicking up and it's getting a little cool, so I'm trying to hustle through all this and just get her done. Oh, I was a little close, wasn't it? It's kind of cool hiking through these fall colors though. All right, back to it. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to the 8. I got about 45 minutes of the park closed. And that was my fault. And a bit disappointing since I started at about 1. So I was getting out here early in the morning. Okay. Had the camera the wrong way. It's been a crazy year, hasn't it? All the stuff that happened. I'll talk about a little bit later. This is mile 5. And it's at this point when the physical body, when the physical part starts to give away. And the only thing that pushes you to get through this whole spot, or to get through this, is now it becomes mental strength. Had my headphones, listening to music, and it was just distracting me with all the noise. So now it's just me and a quiet. And you get to this point, it's just like, are you comfortable with silence? Are you comfortable with just your mind? Letting it rattle through everything that's in it until there's nothing left except for emptiness. Are you comfortable? Last time we did about 5 miles, it was TK and I, Hannah and I, and it was out there in some part of New Jersey, State Park, and we nearly lost our mind. It was like, when does this thing end? And it was endless of nothing, and I was there walking with someone else. Unlike today, I'm out by myself, and we almost lost it. It seriously was the mental. She got at one point, and she was just like, I can't do it anymore. And I'm sitting there going, all right, just push, just push. And I got to the point where I couldn't make it anymore, and I watched her moving. It just encouraged me to keep going. So now, it's just me and God saying, can we get through this? I know I can. But as I said to you before, when you get to this point, it's just the mental that gets you through. And at that moment, are you comfortable with your own thoughts and the silence of the woods?
Lines are busting out the door. Christmas songs in every store. Can't stand to hear one more. Please won't you make it stop? Snow is piled 5 feet high. Dog ate the pecan pie. Hurry up, store-bought is fine. Christmas time again. They say it's so pretty, that time in New York City. I say cold and gritty, packed in like sardines. Got a flat on the interstate. Mama warned me, don't be late. Pretty please save me a place.
I don't feel like cooking. But I'm gonna rest here for a moment. It is now like 6:30. 6:30, like 6.5 miles. 6:30, 6.3. That's funny. Okay, I'm gonna rest here for a little bit, and then I'm gonna get dinner started. Christmas dinner started. I was gonna say something else before that. The other thing was I was gonna say about the about this crazy year. I'll do that later. I need to get out these clothes, turn up the heat, and make up some food. Back in a moment. All right, let's get started. As I was saying earlier about how crazy this year of exploration has been. You know, let's say it kicked off, it started with my parents dying 6 months between each other. No, I don't measure. My parents' 6 months was in between each other. Hannah turning 21 and then deciding that she wants to leave and go back up north. So right after she goes back, my mom dies about a month later, so I find myself back up there. Then come home and drive across country to go to Utah. Then someone hits me and totals the car. So I'm left without being able to get to work or do much else. Becoming an empty nester, and then saying, Lord, what am I going to do now? Do I give up going in the outdoors? Do I continue doing what I love doing as long as I can possibly do it? And we all know that's kind of what I decided to do. And so, I think if you've gotten this far into this series, my solo series, as you explored this year with me, as I was just going through it, just trying to figure out what I was going to do, and decided that, yeah, I do want to continue going outside. What am I going to do? Oh, spoon. Yeah, that I do want to continue my outdoor adventuring. As I started at the beginning of this series, in episode 1, which was as long as I can, for as long as I can, as long as my body holds out. And I got to tell you, after 6.5 miles, my back is really, really killing me. My knees hurt, and I really don't feel like standing here cooking. But that's what we're going to do. Let that boil, then we'll come back. Totally forgot about the pepper. Making enough tea for 2 days. Now, we turn it off and let that sit and brew for about 3 to 4 minutes. But you know what? Sometimes I just keep it going. Do not laugh at me. Maybe someday I'll learn how to make homemade stuffing. My mother used to make that. I just was never in the kitchen to learn. I learned many other things. I brought 2 because I was just in the mood to have this walking through the supermarket. I brought the cornbread one, but I figured, you know what? This is more Christmas-ish / Thanksgiving that just passed, so there you go. I'm going with the cranberries. It's got that nice little Christmas. You know what? Whatever. It's just butter, but I'm using olive oil. No, I did not measure. Did you know? Of course you didn't know, because I've never told you until right now. Hold on a moment. Putting just a little of this in here now because I'm going to actually put more milk inside my teacup to make my spiced tea, or as many Americans say, chai. But if you're in India, it's a masala chai. I believe the ingredients I put in was more like a masala chai. Almost ready. Back to my thoughts. So, the year started with all of that happening. The empty nest, the car accident, the concussion, then getting another car accident after that, and the many different injuries. But did you know that I have sprained both of my feet? Had a really, really bad sprain. I don't know if it's my left or it's my right one. Years ago, when I was 20-something, my late 20s. But I've twisted. I stepped off a thing holding my kid at the time. So I've had foot injuries from the beginning, bad knee injuries, and then a few years ago, I must have been late 40s. I think I was like maybe 50 at the time. I broke my right foot. Like right in the back part, in the middle, like where it bends. And so I broke that bone back there. It was not a happy moment. Now we let that sit. So back to the injuries. So it's an actual miracle that I am able to actually do the things that I am doing right now. So that's how the year started. Me exploring my life as an empty nester down here in a new state by myself, just trying to figure things out. Now how the year ended, surprisingly a lot different. Hold that thought. Now, while that's resting, I'm going to go set the table and get ready to eat. Hey, let me know in the comments what you're making for this Christmas. Pickled cucumbers. I did have kale, but it's in the freezer, and I said, Dang it, I forgot to take it out. But I made this quickly a day ago or 2 days ago. About a day ago. And I decided, you know what? I'll just eat that. It'll be fine. Ooh, that's hot. That's hot. Roasted chicken. Sweet potato, but there's no room on this plate. That'll be on the side a little bit later. Yeah. And I have a few pears for dessert. I was about to say for dinner. For dessert. I almost forgot the tea. So that full circle of a year ends with not only celebrating the birth of Jesus and all the joy that comes with that, but that Hannah will be starting college in fall, which is the getting back on track when we started coming down here. My two sons got married. The oldest in February, my youngest in the summer. Not the summer. September was in my head. Anyway, and then my youngest just got married. The oldest daughter moved into a home she had built. My middle daughter brought a new home and is also working on the fourth child that should be born soon. Yeah. So, it may not start it out great, but it sure did end with a lot of blessings. At the moment, healthy, all that great stuff. A very long day of hiking, a simple meal. Let's eat. Had to turn some light on because I realized you can't see me in the dark trying to talk to you. All right, let's try this out. I'm going to let you go and enjoy your dinner. Okay. Not gonna lie, the ideas of putting cranberries in this was I was like, this is a little funky. But it works. You know, I like sweet and sour chicken and stuff like that. So it's got a kind of a savory with a little hint of sweet into it. So it's not that bad. So as I was saying, this year, of exploring this life as a widowed, empty nester was rough, but it was a learning experience. And I'm glad to have shared it with you. I don't know if you watched this entire journey or whatever, but it was crazy. And then recording it as I'm going through all the different things. My back hurts a little bit from hustling through the woods. I'm quite sure over the next few days it's going to get a little worse before it gets better. So I'm going to give it a little bit of time before I start doing some pain management because I want to know exactly where the pain is coming from. I'm actually holding the phone with the shoulder that was hurting. So there's that. But I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me and with this solo series. I don't know what the next iteration of what's going to happen. Come the future. I don't know if I want to continue doing this. It really depends on what the response is. At the moment, I'm not getting any comments. No one's saying much of anything. But I did promise over a year ago that I would finish off the season 3, season 4. It's just all going to be put together when I get all the videos together. I have, like I said before, I have the other stuff. I just have to get the stuff from my other phone and then work on that. So maybe throughout the winter, I can start working on that and get those produced and start putting that out so you guys will see the finish of, it was kind of abrupted, but the finish of season 3 and season 4, but it's all just going to be all together. And I'll get that out to you. Right now, I'm going to eat my food, which is getting cold talking to you. So, thank you. God bless you. Merry Christmas. And if I don't see from you or hear from you between now and then, you'll have a happy new year.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo, Gloria in excelsis Deo. Come to Bethlehem.